Welcome to the Sales module. During this video, we will be explaining what options there are and how to use the Sales module for your business. To open the Sales module, you need to log into your ERPLY backend account. First, you need to enter in your ERPLY customer code, your username, your password, and then click on the Sign In button below. Now that you are logged in, you can select the Sales module on the menu by clicking on it. A sub-menu will open. On the sub-menu you can see Invoices, Orders, Quotes. Next to each link you have a plus button that will allow you to create a new document straight away without the need to access the module first. You can quickly find a sales document by its number. See Import and Associate Payments, but we suggest to do payments in the ERPLY Books accounting module. Fulfillable and unfulfillable orders report, pending waybills, and settings. Now let's look at the Sales module in depth. Let's click on Invoices. Invoices module will open, and here you can see again that the screen is split into 3 sections. On the left there are document status and type options. These will help you find documents that you need to work with. For example, you may want to see only documents that are not shipped, so you can ship those. The same option is also available on the top of the screen in the yellow bar, just underneath the main menu. In the top middle of the screen you will see the filter again. Here you can search for a specific document by its number, register, location, date, or sum range, and so on. In the middle of the screen you will see the list of invoices created, or if you use the filter, then the search results only. The list of invoices will show you type, number, date, due date of the document, customer name, location from where the sale was done from, total value of the sale, status of the document, and amount due if it's unpaid. There can be different statuses of sales documents. Draft refers to a document that is not ready yet and someone is still working on it. Paid or unpaid is a confirmed document, meaning that we have issued the invoice to a customer. To see the content of an invoice, you can hover over the invoice number with your mouse, and this will show you what was sold with this invoice. Or, if you wish to see the full document, click on the document line. By clicking the document line, the sales document will open. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can see document type and number, location and register information, if any price lists were used, date and time, currency, creator of the document, how many items are on the sale and total, extra customer and payer info, payment info if the invoice has been paid, for example in cash or by card if it was a point of sale transaction, delivery information, notes. There are 2 notes fields in the sales document. The first one, additional text printer on the invoice, is visible to the customer and is printed on the invoice that was provided to the customer. And notes, that is for internal use only and is not visible to a customer and is not printed on any sales document. There is also an option to select if a discount should be printed on the invoice. And if extra fields are added, like for example customer purchase order number, then you will see this here as well. On the main screen you can see the customer details and the list of items sold. At the bottom of the screen you have the action bar again, from where you can save, email or print the document, along with some other options that I will explain when I show you how to create a new invoice. To exit the invoice, click on the X button on the top right hand corner of the screen. To create a new tax invoice in the back office, click on New when on Invoice module, or click on Sales and plus button next to the Invoice option. A blank tax invoice template will open. Here on the left you can select a document type. By default, the document that you create in the back office is Tax Invoice Waybill. This document type will issue an accounting document, tax invoice and waybill, that will mark the goods as sold and not available in the warehouse anymore. Other document types are Receipt Tax Invoice. It's a document that is generated in the POS, or point of sale. Waybill. It'll create a warehouse movement without an accounting document. Prepayment Invoice. Lay-by. Should be done only in the POS interface, but is listed here as well for info. Credit Tax Invoice. Tax Invoice. This will create an accounting document but will not move stock from the warehouse. It should be used only when you sell services or if you wish to invoice your customer before you ship them the goods with a waybill document. There is also Register, Price List, date, and time options, but those will be filled in automatically when you save or confirm the document. You can change the currency, can see or change the creator of the invoice, and fill in any other options below. On the main screen, you need to select a customer by typing in customer name, phone, or email and pressing Enter on your keyboard. ERPLY will find the matches, and if there's more than one match, it will give you a selection of the result. To select, click on the name and the customer will be added as the recipient. Now you can see that once the customer is selected, all other customer-related info is pulled from the database like email and address, which you can change if you wish. Underneath the customer details, there is the section where to add the products you wish to sell. You can add products by scanning the barcode of the product to the SKU or product field, like this. You can add the product by typing in the name of the product and pressing Enter on your keyboard. If more than one result is found, ERPLY will display the list of results, and from there you can select what item you wish to add to the sale. For matrix items, the matrix main product is also displayed, and if you wish to add multiple sizes and colors to the sale, you can click on the matrix main product and select the variations by entering in quantities you wish to sell by each variation on the table. Now that the product has been added, you can see each product on a separate line with the following info: SKU, name, quantity on hand. This info is displayed in brackets and will show you how many items you have in stock. Information button will allow you to see product card details. If you click on it, a new page will open with product card details. The shopping trolley will provide you with the number of items a customer has previously bought and at what price. Quantity will show you how many items are on the sale, and you can change the quantity by just overwriting the number. Unit will allow you to select a unit from the list of units available. Price with GST will show the end price to the customer. You can overwrite the price if you wish here, or select the discount from the price by entering in a discount. Once you are finished working with the invoice, you can either save the document or confirm it. Saving a document will keep the status of the document as draft, meaning that you are not yet 100% finished and may need to edit it later. You can also see the status of the document on the yellow action bar at the top of the screen. Confirming the document will confirm it and will give the document a number. You should confirm a document if you are finished working with it and need to issue it to your customer. Now, as you confirm the document, you can see that the status of the doc has also changed on the yellow bar on the top of the screen. After you have confirmed the doc, you can still see the Save button there in case you need to add some extra info or change some details on the invoice. On the bottom of the page, in the action bar, you can see the following buttons from right to left. F7, Save. F6, Print and Send. By clicking on the Print and Send button, a pop-up will open, and from here you can select to print or email the invoice to your customer. You can email or print either standard ERPLY templates or custom templates. By clicking on Send by Email, you are able to see the content of the email and edit this before sending it out. The invoice itself is added as an attachment. If we email the invoice, the status on the yellow background will change to Sent. F5. Payment button will allow you to mark the invoice as paid. If you add a payment from here, the status of the document will also change to Paid. Ship button will print out a packing list, and once you have printed the packing list, the status of the document will be marked as Shipped. History button will show you who and when has created and edited the document. Delete will delete the document from the system. F4 button will show you the email log, will allow you to set attributes and create a credit and copy of this document. There is also an option to download the invoice as an XML document. The F3 button will create a new invoice. The button with the arrow will hide or show the side screen. And the F2, the button with the two arrows, will take you back one page. This was how to create a tax invoice in ERPLY. If you need to create an order or a quote for a customer, the process is the same. The only difference is that you need to select the order or quote section from the Sales module main menu. Let's look at the orders by clicking on the Sales module and selecting Orders. You can see a list of existing orders and select by order status what kind of document you wish to work with. For example, you may wish to see documents that are not fulfilled by clicking Unfulfilled on the side of the screen. The list of orders will show you number of the order, date, customer, location from where the order was created, total amount, if the document is confirmed or not, if a purchase order is done for the order or not, status of the document, link to a document if it's linked. You can turn an order into a tax invoice waybill, and if you have done so, it will show the number of the invoice here with a link to it. More button will give you some options without opening an order to send or copy. PDF will download a PDF file. Print will print the document. X will delete the order from the list. To create a new order, click on New. A blank order template will open and you need to add a customer and product, just like we did when we created a tax invoice. Once the customer and product have been selected, you need to confirm the document. If you wish, you can also add a payment for the order. To do that, click the F5 payment button and add the payment in. Once confirmed, the document will have a number and you can see that ERPLY will notify you if you don't have stock on hand. This is expected, as you would create an order if you don't have stock on hand to fulfill the customer's wish straight away. Now to proceed, you need to order the purchased goods from your supplier. There are two options to do so. One option is to select the items on the order with checkboxes and click on the Add the items to a purchase order link on the red background. This works fine if you are okay to send each order to your supplier as a purchase order. But if you wish to combine, for example, 1 week or orders together and create a purchase order from all of those orders as one document, you need to go back to the list of orders. Select the orders with checkboxes and click on the F4 button. There, click on Create Purchase Orders for selected orders, and ERPLY will create a PO with all those items from different orders per supplier. Now you can see and confirm your purchase orders by going on to Purchase module and Purchase Orders, and receive them in by creating a purchase invoice as per Purchase module training video. Once you have received in a purchase order and can fulfill an order, go back to the list of orders, find your order, and open it up. Now you can see that ERPLY tells us that we can fulfill the order as we have stock on hand. To fulfill the order, press on the To Invoice button on the action bar at the bottom of the screen. This will turn this order into an invoice, keeping the customer and product info just as it was on the order. Now we can confirm the tax invoice and print the invoice and ship the goods just as we did on the invoice part. There may also be a need to partially fulfill orders. To do that, let's find and open up an order number 1100000140. We can see that there are 4 items on that order. 2 of them we have on hand and could send to our customer, and 2 we need to order from our supplier before we can send it to our customer. To partially fulfill the order, let's click on To Invoice. ERPLY will create a tax invoice with all of those items on the invoice. As we are able to sell only 2 out of the 4, let's delete the 2 we don't have on hand from the invoice and confirm it. Now, when going back to orders, we can see that there is now 2 orders with the number 1100000140. There is 1100000140 that is fulfilled and 1100000140-2 that is unfulfilled and is waiting for stock to be delivered by our supplier. This is how you partially fulfill an order in ERPLY. On the main menu, under the Sales main module, there is a fulfillable, unfulfillable orders report that is very useful when working with orders and trying to figure out what orders can be fulfilled and what orders we are still waiting to be delivered so we can fulfill them. Let's click on Sales and Fulfillable, Unfulfillable Orders, and let's select Fulfillable Orders Report. The report will show us what orders we can fulfill and how much stock we have on hand. There is an option to open up the order straight from the report by clicking on the order number. The same applies to Unfulfillable Orders Report. This report will show you what orders you cannot fulfill and are waiting for your supplier to deliver to you. To create a quote for your customer, open up Sales and select Quotes from the submenu. List of quotes will open. Again, you can select from the filters what quotes you wish to see. To create a new quote, click on New. Fill in the customer part, just like we did on invoice and order documents, and select the products you wish to quote to your customer. Fill in the customer PO section and hit Confirm once you are finished working with the quote. There is a specific plugin available that will turn the quoted items into a price list for the customer. This will allow you to quote a customer special prices and save those up as a price list so that the next time the customer purchases the same item or items, the quoted prices will be applied instead of the regular retail ones. To activate this, scroll down the page and on the left screen, at the very bottom, there is a field Quote Status. By default, it is on Not 1. If you mark it as 1 and save the quote, a new page will pop up and will ask you if you wish to save the quote as a price list. Click on OK to create a price list for that customer. If there is no other price list created to the customer before, ERPLY will create a price list. But if there is a price list already existing for this customer, ERPLY will add the quoted products to the already existing price list. If you don't have this option on your account, please contact ERPLY support. To proceed with the quote, once you have confirmed it and created a price list, you can see some options on the action bar at the bottom. The buttons from the right are Save, Print Send, Lost. Use this option if the customer was not happy with the quote and turned it down. 1. Use this option if the customer was happy with the quote and wants to proceed. To order. Once you have marked the quote as 1, you can turn the quote to an order for the customer. To invoice. This will turn the quote straight to an invoice without turning it into an order first. It should be used for items that you have on stock. History will show you who created the quote and if there was any changes done. F4. Extra options like email log, copy, delete, and so on. Hide side screen. F2 back to previous screen.